Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help. And King of Floors, your vinyl, laminate, and engineered flooring superstore.
The fan base has lost faith. This is from Rob.
Yeah.
The fan base has lost faith in the ownership and management. Both need to go. What was once a team with a bright future ahead of it is a disaster happening before our eyes. And if they think trying to placating the fans by bringing the Sedins in is going to quell the anger amongst us, they are sadly mistaken. Something like that. So this is another layer today, is we hear that the Canucks are going to bring in Daniel, or thinking about, have approached Daniel and Henrik Sedin to help out in the hockey operations department.
So the update on the Sedin twins. Okay, look, these are bright, smart guys. I think they will help. These are really intelligent. They had great hockey sense on the ice. Why wouldn't they have it off the ice? So the Rangers today announced Mike Greer as a hockey operations advisor. I could see something like that for the Twins in Vancouver, hockey operations advisor. But the titles for the Twins have not been decided yet. There is no title that they have decided. They are talking.
Have they agreed to join the organization?
They're talking. It sure sounds like it's going to happen. It sure, you talk to people, it sounds like it's going to happen. But the titles for these two guys, if they do it, it looks good. But the titles have not been decided as of this morning.
It's like the worst move the Canucks could make. Like, honest to God.
Why?
The combination of moves. Keeping Jim Benning and bringing in the Sedins. Because you know what it says to the hockey fans out there, to the great hockey fans of Canuck Nation, that we're going to keep somebody that maybe should go, that has underperformed in the last 7 years. But we're going to try to disguise that. Take a look at this shiny object over here. The Sedins are coming in. This is going to fool you.
Yeah, but they did that in 2014. They did that with Linden in 2014.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well,
this is an insult to the fans of Vancouver, to the fans of BC, to the fans of Canuck Nation. Look at this over here. The Sedins are coming in. We're still the same old organization that's been pretty incompetent over the last several years, but we're bringing in two of the greatest players of all time, who have no experience, by the way, in hockey operations.
But give them a chance. Give it a chance, Donnie. Give it a chance before you shoot it down. Give it a chance. It might work. It might work.
But
they might be the GM slash GMs, co-GMs in 4 years.
Okay, how long is that going to take? Steve Yzerman had to go to Tampa Bay, right, to learn the craft before becoming before moving to Detroit. Like, he had to work in Tampa. It took a while. It takes a while for people to learn, how to do that job. It's not that easy.
I've been told the Sedin twins, first of all, they would have done their homework. Do you think these guys would get into this without doing their homework? Do you think they would go jump into this?
I'm not criticizing Daniel and Henrik.
I think they did their homework.
I'm criticizing the organization.
I think they did their homework, and I think they're going to be fine. And I think that the first call they should have made was to Trevor Linden. Trevor, how is it to work?
I would think they would. They're buddies, right?
They're buddies. Hey, Trevor, how is it to work for this owner? It might work out. It might not. It's day one.
I can't believe you're being this easy on the ownership.
I'm not being this easy on the. You're ripping the Sedins for. I'm telling you, it might.
Ryan, did I rip
work.
the Sedins?
No, you didn't.
No, I'm saying I'm talking about the ownership thinking that this is going to solve everything.
Yeah.
Because yet again, we're going to bring in somebody with no experience in the front office, Mike Gillis. I mean that worked out fairly well, but no experience. Trevor Linden, same
experience.
thing. Jim Benning as a GM,
no experience.
No experience. That's a long list, and now you're bringing in Daniel and Henrik and keeping everybody else. You just talked about people giving up on their season tickets.
Yeah,
this is going to increase those numbers.
Okay, and so earlier in the week, you
were
all over me about Davidson and Gorton. Get them right.
Well, I didn't say that. I said it's an example of somebody they might want to look at.
They're not in a position to hire big names with big salaries. They lost probably $20 million plus this year. Just listen to me. If you lost $20 million, would you be adding $8 million in payroll to the front office?
Yes.
You would be?
Yes, I would.
Give me a break. They don't know their revenues for next year. Okay? This is why a lot of people don't realize Jim's back because of the economics of the situation. They don't know the revenue for next year. You can't add 2 high-profile names when you just lost a ton of money and you don't know the revenue for next year.
What did you just say, though?
What?
You just talked about season ticket holders dumping their season tickets.
They are.
You're losing money, and this is another move that will make them lose money. I said earlier this week, and I don't think you were listening, they're going to spend money to make money.
You just lost $20 million, and you don't know the revenues for next year, Don. Are you going to add $8 million in payroll?
You have to. They're at a point now where if they don't bring in somebody who has experience with the name, who increases consumer confidence, they're going to lose even more money.
Ryan's chomping at the bit to get in here. Go ahead.
Well, no, right or wrong, people are also going to look and they're going to go, well, Francesco, what about that money you're getting from the new US TV deal? And hey, Francesco,
is that going to cover up the $20 million they just lost?
No, but they're getting some money. And again, it goes back to
$20 million from Seattle.
It goes back to this past free agency for me. The Montreal Canadiens. $100 million in free agency. No problem.
Would you pay attention?
I'm working on a story. This could be big if I get it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
There was a good text in the inbox. I can't remember if it was earlier this week or last week. I don't know if the Aquilini family is still able to play this game and be an owner of a franchise.
So you're not.
It costs a lot of money, and if they don't have it, sell it. Don't hold on to it, and
they're worth $3.3 billion. So then they got the money.
So then they can't add $8 million in payroll. That there's the disconnect for me. We're not talking about. We're not talking. The fans aren't saying, "Hey guys, you need to spend $100 million on the front office of this team." But you need to do a damn better job than you're doing right now. And I'm sorry, this Sedin move is nothing like Linden. When they brought in Linden, they were rebooting the whole thing. They gave Trevor too big of a title, I'll agree there, but they were rebooting the whole thing. This move with the Sedins is, hey, Canuck fans, look over here. Don't look at Jim coming back. Don't look at the fact we're going to walk away from Travis Green and Ian Clark potentially. Look over here. Look at this. The Sedins are coming back. That's a disservice to Daniel and Henrik, and it's a disservice to every hocky fan in this market.
Daniel and Henrik are not being pushed into this. If they do it, they're going to do it willingly.
But that doesn't mean they're the right choice or the right thing to do.
No one's putting a gun to their head to do that.
But okay, we just talked about Trevor Linden. I'll say it again. How did that work out? And you're bringing in a legend, in this case, legends.
Yeah.
Is it gonna? Why is part 2? Why is chapter 2 going to work?
And by the way,
didn't work the first time around, and and Trevor at the end. You know what the story is. He didn't come out publicly. You know he didn't like working for them. That they meddled too much. You know that. Why is it going to be different?
And Trevor had the slight edge because he was linked to business. Right? Like he was linked to the Club 16 brand and all of that. So people kind of went, okay, maybe there is a little bit of a fit. And that's no disrespect to Daniel and Henrik. They just haven't had that as part of, and they probably know this organization.
And here's the other thing, Rick. Just because you were a great hockey player doesn't mean you can evaluate talent. It doesn't mean you can hire and fire people. It doesn't mean you can help run a hockey operation. Do well in a front office. It doesn't mean any of those things. We've seen great players Wayne Gretzky, don't make great coaches, don't make great broadcasters.
Yeah, but
why is it automatic that somebody who's a great player is going to be great in a management capacity? Okay. No chance.
Can I say this? This is what I need this week from Jim Benning. He's going to do his post-season press conference. I need you to stand up, Jim, and give us a vision and a plan. I need you to stand up and articulate with a lot of confidence how you're going to get out of this mess. They're in 24th place. It's been 7 years. I need the owner to step up, get in front of a microphone and say, hey, look, I've made mistakes in the past, but here's how we're going to fix it. Until you get the clarity from up top, things won't change.
Yeah, well, we know what they're going to say.
What are they going to say?
They're going to say everything's fine. Daniel and Henrik have rejoined the organization. Well, that's not good enough. I'm sorry. But do you not think this reminds me of the Oilers when they were bringing in all the guys from the 80s.
They're all their 80s guys.
But stop it. Bring somebody with I know you could argue that they did this with Benning, but somebody with some experience as a GM or in a front office from another organization, another set of eyes saying, this isn't right, that guy's no good, let's get rid of him, let's do this differently. That's what they need right now in order to help business. Hey, if Francesco's listening out there, I'm trying to help.
Yeah,
I'm not criticizing. I'm trying to help.
Yeah,
their read on this market has been awful, terrible. Yeah, not saying rebuild. Now this, come on.